Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for February the 20th through the 26th, 2017. So let's just take a moment to breathe deeply and allowing ourselves to align with the frequencies of our higher consciousness and really center through our heart, being just focused on trusting in your own divine connection. Just allowing yourself to breathe, allowing your hearts to be easy. Allow the comfort of the Holy Spirit, God, the angels such as Archangel Raphael who's coming through, Jesus, just allow them to bring forth healing into your spirit right now. And feel the energy and the wings of the angels enfolding around you. Be aware of the tremendous amount of love that is available to you. And open your hearts as they open your third eye and your intuition and helping you to expand this. As God is coming through to help you to be aware of your truth with the utmost clarity. And they have been kind of showing me sort of a cross. A cross is a symbol for me of some challenge or suffering that you may be experiencing. Now, they just wrote the word agreed, and it's the first time I've seen that. And this is something that you're going through that has a purpose in it for you. And that's sort of what they kind of mean by that. But they're indicating that you're going to be safe. And what they mean by this is that in the midst of every situation, there is a vortex or a matrix or grid around every situation. And at the center of that situation is the choice of peace. It's the choice of alignment and connection with your higher self. And so that is available to you. Remember that choice is always available to you. And so what you have to do is calm down and get centered in your spirit and call upon the angels to provide you with the clarity to make that choice that resonates with your heart, with the openness in your heart, the feeling of harmony, the feeling of alignment. That choice will come through that sense of security. Now, anything that you're focusing on that is amplifying and agitating insecurities of lack, that is not that choice. Take a step and be bold to take the step that honors your peace of mind and your peace of being, well-being. Honor that over anything that is being thrown at you to persuade you to sort of rush you into making a decision that does not have harmony with your inner being. And they guarantee you that if you do, that the path that you choose, the path of peace that you choose, will unfold in tremendous abundance to you. They give you that promise. There are things on that path that may not look like the ideal one, but it somehow is resonating with you for some reason. And they guarantee you that even though there are going to be some challenges on that path, those challenges you have agreed to from your higher self, And because they will help to develop and help you to develop your gifts, to strengthen your faith, so that you can begin to access the knowledge that and the skills that are within your soul lying dormant, waiting for you to awaken them. And it's these challenges that will do that. And they keep indicating, even before I began, as soon as I tried to meditate for this reading, they kept indicating food, and they've been writing it throughout. So this is the time for you, if you've been guided to change your diet, and especially if you were prompted like I was months ago, and then took me until recent weeks to do it. Well, I was guided to try 20 days of raw food, and I've been having. It's been very delicious, and it's really just sort of caused my intuition and all sorts of things come into alignment, even manifestation, things doing to do with things that I was um, long goals that I was hoping to manifest, also started to flood in. The knowledge, the information, the insight, the clarity just came through. So if you've been getting something like this, don't put this away. This is going to open up several opportunities for you. They were showing me like three different gateways, and they're all sort of next to each other for you. And I get a sense that these are new paths, new doors, new dreams, opportunities for you that you've been praying for. And it's interesting eating the raw foods, and the taste, and the I feel like I'm eating a program of information, uh, and that's just delicious. And even to chew, there's the process. It feels like there's all of this chemistry interacting, on the physical level and on the spiritual level. There's this chemistry, alchemy taking place. So I would invite you, if you've been really getting messages like this, to change something in your diet specifically, or to go for a cleanse or a raw food diet for a period of time, or to begin to incorporate these things. This is going to really give your intuition the boost that it needs, so that it can actually provide you with the insights and the answers you're seeking. So this may be that one thing that's creating that block in your creativity spiking, or your intuition, and the answers that you've been seeking. And it just also changes your vibration. So it changes the alignment of your vibration, and allows the different um, opportunities to come through a lot faster. They're writing. So that freeze, they wrote that word, will kind of dissipate somehow for you. So this is, I get a sense in this week that you're going to um, have some new awarenesses, as they keep showing me now the third eye, and they were showing me a sort of a butterfly, and some changes for you that are going to be extremely rewarding. If you've been having some issues with a family member or someone in your family, this is also going to heal, as I'm seeing an angel who is working with you. So talk to their guardian angel, okay? And also, you can work with Archangel Ariel to help you to understand as well the psychology of what's going on. Now, we don't want to get into the problems of anything, but we want to pray for any psychology, the understanding of another's psychology, in order that our compassion may be realized and utilized in this situation. So call upon the guardian angels of the people you're having some difficulties with. Have a conversation with their soul, their I am source consciousness, okay, and their angels. Because often what you're getting, and they're writing fake news, A lot of times what we get from people is is fake news, meaning this that you're watching the ego's version of them, and sometimes they get caught up in their ego's fake news, and they can't see their own truth, and they can't see the reality or feel it or express it, what's really inside of them. But we can go bypass that, okay? We can go straight to talking to their I am source consciousness. That is infinite consciousness. There is no break, no separation, no division. It is oneness. And you can access the truth through this vortex. And talking to their angels, you will also hear, because the angels are messages of God, and you'll hear the their truth, because that's all your angels speak of when they speak about you. And call upon Archangel Raphael, as his name is coming up again, to help you in resolving any difficulties or challenges that you may be facing in relationships. He's another angel that not only for healing but also for relationships as well. So if you're trying to heal a relationship, or you're trying to, or you don't feel safe and you're worried about something, tap into their higher self, tap into Archangel Raphael or Archangel Yermael to help you and assist you to see them for who they truly are. So the thing is, I'm getting a sense is, don't be intimidated by someone that may be on your path, that may be an opportunity for you. Don't get a sense of judging the book by its cover, and that you need to do this inner work of connection first. Go inside, read the book from the inside, meaning from the soul level, and talk to that soul and see what it's agreed to help you with. But it's just not you, because you're helping them too. So there's something there, and it's like I get a sense that this is the path you should follow, but you would be distracted or deterred because of what is seen on the outside. You're looking at the fake news, and it's going to scare you away. So they don't want that to happen for you, because there's a lot of possibilities that will be there. And things that actually they wrote out impossibilities. Not that you can't do it, but things that you thought were impossible are going to be possible through this path. And that's what the agreement is between the two of you. And right now, they're writing out the word teeth instead of showing them to me. Usually, so I get a sense that, okay, here this is going to be something you're going to have to digest, okay? Usually when I see teeth, it's like you're being too critical, and it could be a little bit of that too. But this is something you're going to need to to chew like food. Chew it slowly in order to release all of its nutrients, right? And also so that it doesn't cause, you know, gases and things that may make you feel like that food isn't good enough for you. It's just that you needed to chew it better so that the digestive system could absorb and make the best use of it. So digest, chew your food, meaning chew the opportunities that come to you, chew them well, okay? Don't just take what you see or swallow it all at once. And that could mean for other reasons too, but I do think this is going to be safe. I just think that there's something because of your past and some pain and suffering that's coming up from the past, that you allow that to superimpose itself over the situation, and then you're not getting the clarity and the truth, and you need to really take your time. Now they wrote honey, so I don't know what's with this food language today, but I get a sense of the symbolic meaning for that. This is going to be something really sweet and healthy, and honey fights infections and things like that. So this situation is safe. I think that's what they're trying to get at with all these different images. symbolic language here for today. So this is going to be a sweet opportunity. So don't just overlook this because of not seeing the big picture. You're just like that, seeing the can't see the um, forest for the trees idea. All right, let's take a look at the card, which is a theme for this week, from the Archangel Oracle cards. And whoa, look at that card. Okay, what I was just going to say before I start on this card, someone had asked me, and I'll write you back about it. But the this deck is Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle cards, and the other deck that's been beneath is her Archangel Power Tarot cards with Radley Valentine. Okay, so you can find them on her website, theangelschool.com, or Hay House or Amazon, anywhere where you can pick them up, okay? Or probably your Barnes and Noble, you could order it through them, or local crystal shop or something like that. All right, so this is an awesome card to see for this week. So this card says prosperity, and it says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Now, keep in mind, we've been having a lot of cards from this tarot deck, as well and as well as from this oracle deck from the Archangel Ariel this year. I mean, starting right on our first reading of January for the new year, we had the Archangel Ariel, and so she has been really coming through as sort of given us a sign that this year is going to be a year that we are going to materialize, because Archangel Ariel is the archangel of nature. She works with the fairies. Her name means the lioness of God. So and I feel like she is really giving us the prompts to follow through on our dreams, and she's really indicating very clearly that this is going to be the year that we really see strong manifestations. This is going to be the time where the opportunity is going to be there for you, and you just have to be, do everything to balance. Because she's showing me right now the tree, a very wide tree with a thick connection, but she's showing me, one side dark and one side light. So it refers to that balance, okay? And that means like working with keeping your health balance, making sure that you make a priority to feel happy, to um, do anything that nurtures you, your creativity, making sure that you're balanced in your activities, that you're not just doing everything for other people, not doing anything for yourself, or that you're not all about work, 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 and you're not also having fun. I think of that Disney song "Whistle While You Work," and I think about the fairies. Like for them, work and happiness go together. But in our world, and that's why you feel some of you felt different your entire life, and some of the things that you do makes sort of puts you sort of on the outside. You feel like you're on the outside of the groups of society, because you hear your soul, and your soul's idea of success is completely different. Your soul knows that work and happiness can never be separated. It knows that life and happiness can never be separated, and that you are the one who has control over that. And there are times when you may compromise your happiness for something else, security. But happiness and security also go together. And it's this vision change that Archangel Ariel is hoping to inspire within you this year. Because once you can see that happiness goes with everything, it's like, it's never out of fashion. It's not a color that clashes with anything. It goes with everything. And it's got to be there. It's an important ingredient in balance. And I hate to even think about when I say that imbalance, that you're thinking like it's like one half of the other. No, they are integrated. You can't separate them. Happiness is not something that separates like oil and water. It goes together when the ingredients just combine, and you have to make sure that you're always putting it in because we're always separating them. You know, it's like, no, I gotta go do this. I can't be happy right now. No, I gotta do this. I gotta earn money. I can't be happy. you know, and that's your belief in lack. And when you give lack that kind of power, then that's what you get. But you don't have to think that way. Okay, and this is going to be very important this year that you put that thinking away because they're showing me now, my symbol for the alchemist angels or witches. Um, they look like the witches with the top, but they're sitting on a rocket and they have a pyramid. And so this is a symbol of things launching and they're going to be big and quick, rocket is like going into outer space, so it's like going into new territory of manifestation. You're about to access new realms of dreams that you couldn't really have put in your imagination clearly, and that's because the language of your heart is so much bigger than what you even are expecting for yourself. You probably always expect far less than what the universe is ready to give you. And so that's why you run into a lot of disappointments because what you're aiming for has a lot of shortcuts in it. You know, you, oh, wow, I'm really feeling that. That like they're saying a lot of things that you've chosen to be happy, that'll make you happy, they don't even make you happy. You're lying to yourself. It's like fake news, and and you don't get them because they're nowhere near what the universe wants to give you. That is true happiness. When you're asking for happiness, you got to make sure that that's really going to make you happy because that's the only way you're going to ever line up with it. If you're choosing something because you're trying to run away from something, or you're choosing that because you just want to fit in, or you're choosing that because everybody else is, got money and you don't, then you're not lining up with that. That's not happiness. You don't choose the thing to make you happy. You choose happiness and then the things that come along with it. You're putting the cart before the horse. This is huge. Is anybody listening to me right now? This is huge. This is a huge moment right here. I'm hearing it for the first time as well. Remember, the things I'm saying to you, if it wasn't for you being here and your higher consciousness being here, calling you in, I wouldn't hear any of this either. So, this is all shared information that I bring through every week from all of our collective higher consciousness. So this is don't give me any glory at this moment about this because this is about God and the angels and what you and your higher self is bringing through, and this is so important to hear. So stop looking for stop picking. Oh my God, it's getting better. Don't pick everybody else's ideas of success to be yours and say that I'm not going to be happy because that's what you're saying. I can't be happy until I get what they got. And that is not the choice that you're choosing a thing and a goal that's way beneath you, not because it's not good enough for them, because that's not good enough for you, according to your truth. And so by choosing that first, and then being disappointed because it never happens, well, do you see why? Because you weren't choosing your truth. You weren't choosing happiness for you. You got to choose what makes you happy and not the thing, but choose happiness first. Choose it above, choose the energy, the frequency. Choose this frequency. And then let yourself be inspired to discover what that will be. And then when you discover what that will be, and don't make it like a big dramatic thing because it's really simple. But when you get it, and then you work towards it, you won't be disappointed. The manifestation all the components will fall right into place. Okay, so let's move along here, but that kind of got caught up in that. But that was really amazing. So here, your higher self's message to you right now. Okay, and look at this. We have the Ten of Ariel, and let me just hold this up because sometimes the light. And the card says, let me see. It says there is so very much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So what I'm hearing is that there's going to be some opportunities, and not forgetting what they were talking about before, but there's going to be some kind of opportunity that's going to come through that is going to be it's going to it's going to help you to establish your dreams, okay, or give you the foundation of a legacy, because this card is talking about achieving a legacy, that ultimate goal. And so there is an opportunity that's going to help bring that um, across your path, or bring that possibility through. Okay, I'm not finding the right vibrational words here, but I think you get this sense of what I'm saying. So the thing is that this is an opportunity for you not to turn your nose up at that. It may look like it's got challenges in it, but it's really going to set up a very important goal for you in terms of success, not according to the world, but according to your soul. And that what your soul is asking for does bring the material rewards. Okay, and that's what this is what this card means. So it's just about how you're now going to get there is what's different. All right. Um, Let me see if I get any additional messages about this card. No. So what I really get it is just pay attention. Okay, they want you to do research, but they want you to do research from your not from your head, but from your heart. Okay, so it could mean that you should be, you know, looking into it a little bit deeper, but investigate this opportunity with your heart, not with your mind, so that you don't miss out on what's available to you there. But they're just showing me there's a huge connection here, and more than what you think, and it's going to be safe. So don't be afraid of this. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. Wow, really good cards here. So this challenge here is something that's emotional, but it's but don't if you're not afraid of it, it's going to open, it's going to be healing. I'm seeing Archangel Raphael's name, but of course the card is here. If you have faith, but they're just writing out some words here. There are going to be some complexities, but it's really going to be rewarding. It's going to give you, this card represents a new emotional experience, okay? So you actually have the chance to truly be happy, even though this situation doesn't look like it's bringing that kind of a situation. But it's going to allow you to stand in your power, these challenges, and they're going to make you feel like you're coming alive for the first time, because you're going to discover that you had what it took all along to be in a position like this. Whether it's a relationship, as this card may be indicating, or falling in love with life in some way, or your talents, something unfolds, some skill, or a job opportunity. This is going to just, it's going to always feel like the first time, is what I'm getting about this card right now. That these challenges, that you thought were challenges, and you backed away from them in the past because of whatever disappointment happened. But for the first time, and this is, I just saw the word sort of sociology. So there's something here that's shifting in the way you relate to the world, to people, and you're going to feel like you're having a first time experience, but this time you're going to feel like you're in control, and that's a really bad word, but you're just going to feel like you're going to feel appreciation, is maybe a better way to say it. All right, let's take a look at the card for the weekend. All right, so no worries. So we have the Five of Ariel. And this card is about, for me, about feeling like you're on the outside and looking in. And we were just talking about that energy, right? So don't allow something to come up. And I think this card may be more about, see if what comes up specifically about the weekend, but this card may be the pointing to the thing that holds you back. They're writing this judging that we do, okay? When you're looking at everybody else's lives and you're thinking, that there's just, they're different from you, you don't fit in, or they have more money than you do, and you don't fit into this, or I'm not successful because, and this is, they write down the word jeopardy. This jeopardizes it jeopardizes it in a way that compromises your thinking, the way you feel. Okay, it jeopardizes this emotional surge of, like, the world is your oyster, so to speak, and and then it causes you to start backing out of things that really are meant for you. Who are you to say that somebody else is better than you, or that their way of living is better than yours? Who are you to judge yourself in that way as being lacking? I mean, let's just hear this as for what it's really saying here. You are a divine child of God. You're made in the image of God. So for you to say that is to be saying that God is lacking. And we all know that's not true. So don't let yourself get, for the weekend, don't get discouraged. And you're on this roller coaster at the beginning of the week, and you're feeling like everything is open to you, and you have this clarity, and you feel prosperous because you've identified happiness for yourself. And then all of a sudden, and you have this moment where you go out into society, and then you start looking at all the things around you that you want and that you lack. And then this disrupts your frequency of appreciation and gratitude, and being in love with life itself, and feeling deeply and immensely loved by the universe and supported, and boom, you get into this negative thought process. Okay? So another thing about this card is, don't be afraid to ask, okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to pray to God or ask God to help you to understand something. But when you ask a question of God, don't whine, meaning don't keep picking at the question. Just ask, and then wait and see what happens. Let it come to you when you're ready. Just because you don't hear it in that moment doesn't mean that God isn't answering you. The question you're asking is already creating a bit of a challenge for you. So you need a breakthrough. You need to go do something else that makes you happy. Get back on that happy trail. Because when we ask questions, there's a bit of a tension there, a bit of resistance, because the knowing is already flowing through us. So we're not being open to that knowing. So you need to go do something that puts you in the flow, like doing something creative where you're channeling your higher consciousness. And while you're doing something like that, where you're easing off of the resistance, the answers will be there for you. I always say, if I ask a question, I say, thank you, and I know that I will get it because I've asked, you see? Because with no trust, always have faith that what we ask will be given to us. So allow yourself to not get bogged down in anything over the weekend. I just get this feeling about, all of a sudden you start seeing the lack around you. So it may seem sort of frou frou, but try not to look at things that cause you to think and feel that way. Why not, instead of putting your attention on that, go look at the things that really align with you, that truly make you happy. You could walk around this all together if you do it the right way. And if you need help with something or support, then get that help and support. Don't be afraid to reach out for that help and support that you need. Don't just sit around and let things happen, because when you need help, there's a reason for that. That's another whole lesson that our soul has to be aware of. You are not an island. We're you're part of an infinite um, network of source consciousness, and it all feeds into one another. What we have is for everyone else. That's why we have this this selfless sense of service, because we recognize that we're part of the collective consciousness of God, and we want to share everything. And so when you need, you should ask so that you can receive, and therefore continue the truth of the entire source consciousness continuum, that it is always giving and receiving, of itself and everything that it's created. Its creations, it receives from its creations and it gives to its creations. Now let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. And we have the King of Gabriel, which we had last week at the beginning of our reading, that fell to the floor. I remember. And so this card is about you being a visionary. This king is someone who holds the big picture, has the ability to inspire and motivate others. So here, this card is stepping into reminding you, the bottom line of this week, what's going on underneath, is that you're stepping into a new place of leadership and a visionary. Either you are going to be creating, like, using the fire element to create, manifest, or you're going to be holding that vision of manifestation, in which you will be channeling through you in support of others. Or you may actually come across someone who will be able to support you in this way. That may be what this is also about this week, and that towards the end of the weekend. So be aware of those visionaries in that come into your inner circle. This may be also related to this new emotional experience here, or this relationship that sort of inspires you. So be aware of you possibly being that for others, or that person being there for you in this week. All right. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And I thank you all for joining us here each week, and for your comments here on YouTube as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. You could do that, and you push the notification setting so you'll get notified when the videos come up. And also, if you haven't joined us on Facebook, where I do the daily card messages from Monday to Friday, you can go there. There's a description link below, and you can also follow us on Twitter, where you can like that page as well, so that you can be aware when the card messages come out Monday through Friday. Let's see. And also, if you're looking for an angel reading, you can join me on my website. You can go to theangelschool.com. You can find that in the description link below as well. And you can choose a reading that suits you. There's also a 10-week sort of session called Divine Roadmap, which can be used to help you if you're trying to do some manifestation work, or you just want to learn about how to do angel readings. You can use them as support for you as you're trying to work through something in your life personally at this time, or trying to work through whatever that is. But it's also part of it is to encourage and empower your own intuition to help you to hear so you can make those choices and feel safe about them. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. Have a beautiful week.